Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sport on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for joining on today's edition of the program. National Youth Games still ongoing. It's going to run through to the 6th of September, and all of this Asaba is just so ignited with lots of youthful energy and battles for who would be the defending champ for this year's edition of the National Youth Game in Delta State. Team Delta are the current defending champions, but that's not what is a major thing I want to talk about. EPL, though transfer windows have closed, and yesterday we saw one of the biggest transfer that happens in one of the biggest we've seen in recent histories, where Alexander Isak has finally completed his move to Liverpool. Now I'm scared for Chelsea, I'm scared for Manchester United, I'm scared for Man City, I'm scared for Arsenal, I'm scared for the entire team in the EPL, because Liverpool are looking to see if they want to retain their championship. They are looking to see if the way this team is built up with Arne Slot now, the team is looking to see if they are wanting to have that 5 run that Manchester City had. Liverpool has finally completed that move. Also, we'll still have more conversations around that later, and then let's start from the home front as always this time around, as Talk Sports continues. Asaba 2025 medals hustle heat up as Lagos Edo Jato for top sport at the National Youth Games. The battle for supremacy at the ongoing National Youth Games in Asaba Delta State is intensifying, with Team Lagos and Team Edo leading the charge for the top spot on the medal table, while other states continue to showcase grains and talent across different events. Team Lagos made an emphatic statement from the get-go, clinching 7 gold medals in swimming and registering impressive performance across several other sporting events. One of the most standout star of the competition is 14-year-old gymnastic prodigy Stephanie Ogechukwu, who dazzled the crowd with her brilliance, winning 3 gold medals, 1 silver and 1 team silver, while also being crowned the best all-round gymnastic in Nigeria at the game. Congratulations to her. Not to be outdone, Team Edo stamped their dominance in the weightlifting storming to 6 gold, 1 silver and 2 bronze medals across the women's 44 kg, 48 kg and men's 56 kg category. Their performance reaffirmed Edo's status as one of the strongest contenders for the overall crown at this year's edition. In the men's 56 kg category, Team Akwa Ibom also made their mark, securing 2 golds and 1 bronze, while Team Niger showed remarkable determination with 1 gold and 2 silver, solidifying their place among the front runners. Elsewhere, Team Oyo and Team Delta battled hard to secure 3 silvers and bronze medals respectively in the women's 48 kg category, after Edo won the gold in the women's 44 kg team. Team FCT snatched all 3 silver medals, while Team Ondo and Edo and Delta shared the bronze medals. As of Monday, September 1st, the medal table is shaping up into a thrilling contest, with Edo State with a total of 17 gold, 5 silver and 3 bronze, and Lagos State with 10 gold, 7 silver and 3 bronze medals. Akwa Ibom with with 5 gold, 1 bronze, and Delta State with 2 gold and 3 silvers as well. And then they also accompanied that with 9 bronze medals. The race for supremacy at the 2025 National Youth Games is heating up, with several events yet to unfold. All eyes remain on Asaba as young athletes continue to light up the game with extraordinary performance and inspiring stories of resilience. The future of Nigerian sport is actually in good hands, because this set of individuals are actually fighting tooth and nail, competing on the high stage, which is the National Youth Games, and they are showing resilience. Team Delta is also trailing behind, and then we will see if they will be crowned champions of this year's edition, given the fact that they won that of last year. So we'll see how it will pan out. And they're still talking about National Youth Games. Lagos State is looking to host that of next year, come 2026, and they are saying facilities are being in place, and they are going to host a world-class campaign. Badminton is still going on, where we saw teams from Canada, Asia, United States of America, and South Asia, all over the world, come to Lagos ahead of the game that is still ongoing and will be finishing this weekend. So we'll bring you more updates on those badminton games that is currently ongoing in Lagos State. So moving on, let's talk cricket quickly. As Nigeria bow to Namibia in Cricket World Cup qualifiers, Nigerians female yellow and green endured a challenging day in Red Hawk on Monday as host Namibia claimed an 8-wicket victory in the second group game of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup qualifiers African Division 1 qualifier. Beg your pardon. The female yellow and greens began their campaign with an impressive 96 run over Sierra Leone on Sunday, but flirted with the ball on the bat against the hosts, who got their first win of the series. Batting first, Nigeria was restricted to 70 runs in 18.4 overs, with key contribution from Salome Sunday with her 22 runs off 28 balls. Osaye also had her 14 off 11 balls, and Kehinde also had 12 off 34 balls. They had a very, very poor night, and they were just missing the swings yesterday. Namibia's blowout maintained control throughout the evenings, leading by Sima and with her 3 wickets for 13 runs, and Kylie Green with 2 wickets of 10 runs, and Malikia Montley with 2 wickets of 16 runs. In response, Namibia chased down the target with ease, finishing at 71-2 in 9.5 overs, and all of these, the trajectory didn't really, prove to show that these ladies were very, very, articulate, or they were very, very ready for matches of yesterday. We'll be going on a quick break, and then when we return back, Talk Sports continues. Stay with us. Yes, a million thanks for staying with us. If you are just joining, we're about to get into a disturbing conversation. My name is Samuel D, and this is Talk Sports. Now, something concerning has been going on in the world of sports generally, and that's talking about Nigerian NFF and the Athletic Federation of Nigeria. Finally, Victor Favour Ofili has, made a comment in line with why she decided to switch allegiance to the Turkish outlet. Not just because of the money, but it's still because of the money. Because you wouldn't be running that fast if you don't want to make money. Now, this is what Favour Ofili said. Now, she says, why I dumped Nigeria for Turkey. World record holder in the women's 150 meters, Favour Ofili had accused the Athletic Federation of Nigeria and the Nigerian Olympic Committee of negligence. That's a very strong word. After the 2020 and the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, noting that disappointment motivated her switch to Turkey. This is a report coming from her. Ophidia's confirmation of her nationality switch comes almost 3 months after it first was rumored. The 22-year-old rattled Nigerian athletes in June with her postponed move. She had confirmed it on Monday, a day after the AFN also announced a Nigerian contingent to 2025 World Athletic Championship in Tokyo, Japan. Wrapping up my 2025 season has been a reign of new experience and big decision, racing back to back across amazing cities and learning from the best has been incredible, she says, as she posted on her Twitter handle, on her X handle. So she says, furthermore, she said this negligence was the main reason why she had to switch. If you notice, in 2020, a proper arrangement wasn't made from the Athletic Federation of Nigeria and also the Olympic Committee. So fast forward 2024, we saw some Nigerian athletes even borrowing bicycles from the German opponents to be able to race because there were no provision for them to have their own bicycle. I'm sure a lot of you saw that pictures, and then you saw the clips, and then these athletes came out to complain bitterly, and nothing was said for them to have themselves defending, for the Athletic Federation of Nigeria to come out and defend themselves and say, no, we had preparations done. The Olympic Committee didn't come out to debunk that statement. So all of these things were one of the major concerns why these individuals decided not to represent Nigeria again. Aside that, conversations around the fact that they don't really get their bonuses when they are all to get it, and most of the promises they get from the federation does not come to them, is one of the reasons why they are switching alliance. We can't be losing our best to other countries because it's actually not nice. So the board is in charge of this, that need to take care of the welfare of these athletes, and also have proper preparation for them, because should be asked questions, and the bodies that need to step in need to step in. The National Sports Commission needs to step in. Shehu Diko is very particular about grassroots and all. So questions are meant to be asked so as we will not be seeing incidents like this. Now, if an athlete travels all the way from Nigeria, why would an athlete even travel all the way from Nigeria if a proper arrangement has not been done? That is that's negligence. That's actually negligence. So all these things need to be prepared. Every athlete needs to be put in place and into consideration before having the athletes jet off. Because if the athlete gets to travel now and then you don't have your bicycle, you don't have whatever it is that you want to use to participate, how then would you be able to even win? Because mentally you've lost, so you don't even have the mental capacity to be able to even compete properly ahead. So all of these things needs to be looked into, and we're hoping that we wouldn't see negativities like this now in September. We're in September already. In the next couple of weeks we'll be having this competition. We just hope to see that these individuals will be able to have everything they need to advance further. So moving on, let's talk football quickly, as Bayelsa Queens IWAFU B semi-finals. Nigeria's Bayelsa Queens will face Burkina Faso Union Sportive in the semi-final of the 2025 WAFU B Women's Champions League later today, after finishing top of Group B with a perfect record in Ivory Coast. The Prosperity Girls underlined their statue as one of the tournament's favorites by winning all 3 of their group matches, scoring 9 goals and conceding only 2. Their 4-1 victory over Sam Nelly of Benin on Saturday confirmed their place at the summit of Group B ahead of Ghana's Police Ladies. Janet was a standout performer against Sam Nelly, striking twice to earn the Player of the Match award. Shakira Moshood and Alaba Olabi also found the net, ensuring Bayelsa ended the group stage with another commanding display. So still talking football now, let's move away from the ladies and talk NPFL quickly, talking about Nigerian Premier League. Remo Stars grabbed their first win against Kun Kayafat. This is a team that just recently got promoted into the NPFL, and then their first game was against the current defending champions of the NPFL. Defending champions Remo Stars secured the first 2025-2026 Nigerian Premier Football League win on Monday after a comeback 2-1 victory over host Kunfiat in their match day 2 clash in Aba. The coach Daniel Ogumidele-led side had drawn their opening match day 1 league features with Rivers United as they settled for 1-1 draw and came into a tie against the newly promoted outfit looking to secure all 3 points. However, this got off to a wrong start for the champions as they considered a penalty within the opening quarter following an infringement in the box. Henry Izonye stepped up and duly converted from 12 yards to give Kunfiat a surprise lead, which took the heading into the interval. From head, Remo had few opportunities of their own with Abubakar Ibrahim teeing up Samuel, whose square ball was blocked by Kunfiat goalkeeper Nsikan Abo, while Stanley Joseph's free kick went wide, and then the trajectory continued like that as they kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until they found the back of the net. We'll be going on another quick break, and then when we return back, we'll be having conversation with young athletes based on the fact that Nigeria, Global Television, and Shehu Diko is very particular about the fact that grassroots is actually the future of Nigerian sport and football. So we'll be having a conversation with some young kids who are doing amazingly well, and these individuals are from the Refined Nugget Football Academy here in the Capital Territory, Abuja. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Yes, many thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining, this is Still Talk Sports. We're about to have a conversation with Umar, who is a very interesting forward. And again, he plays for Refined Nuggets Academy here in the Capital Territory, and also he's a Barcelona fan. I don't know why he's not supporting a team in the EPL. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Yes, it's good to have you on Talk Sport, and you're looking very fit as always. So tell me, how was your match yesterday?
The match was very good. We won 8-1. And I scored a hat-trick. As a striker, that's my job, obviously.
Obviously, that's your job, to score goals. And then you can't win matches without scoring goals, obviously. So tell me, Refine Nuggets Football Academy, that's the academy you play for. How has Refine Nuggets Academy like improved, when you play for the under 16?
Yes. Well, normally, I struggle with my fitness.
Okay.
Like, I easily get tired. So since when I joined Refine Nuggets Academy, like, we play on a very big pitch, and that's where we train. So, like, I try my best to like cope with the online fitness drills and the drills and stuff.
Okay, so you said you struggle with your fitness. So how has that been, so far? And again, was that what gave you guys an advantage ahead of the other team?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move forward now. You said you are let me first ask you this: who is your mentor? Who are you looking up to? Who do you want to be like when you advance further in age?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, a very big picker. I'm on the same page with you with that because we are talking about the greatest, football player of all time. So looking at it now, how have Cristiano Ronaldo's work ethics? He works hard so much. Yeah. So tell me, how have you picked up a couple of things for him? His work ethics that is helping you. That helped you rather score 3 goals yesterday, because Cristiano Ronaldo is obviously the king of hat tricks.
Yes. Cristiano Ronaldo is not the type of player that will just wait for his players to give him the ball. He actually goes back, gets the ball, and creates chances for himself to score goals. So that was one thing I picked up from him, and he's very hardworking.
Okay.
His coaches have said it. After training, he's the first person to go to training camp, train. After training, he still waits back for some extra training. So I picked that up from him too.
Okay. What about
been helping me?
Yeah. So what about your teammates or how have your teammates, the midfielders, the defenders, the goalkeepers, how were they able to help you? Because only you alone couldn't score 3 goals. You got help from your teammates. So how did your teammates help you achieve that?
My midfielders, they try their best. They mark for the ball, they get the ball, and they try their best to supply him.
Okay. So I'm glad you didn't call Yamal your favorite player, but I know you like him. What are you picking up? What are the things? Yamal is a skillful player. So what are you picking up from him that has improved your game to outside Ronaldo?
Yamal is a very confident player. Yes. At his young age, he still tries his best to compete with players who have more experience than him. So like anytime, like myself, I try my best to like play with people older than me when I go back home after training. Because sometimes after training, I still go back home to go and play to gain experience, playing with people older than me and stuff. Yes.
Okay, now this is very important. What I'm about to ask you now: how do you manage school and football? I know you're still on holidays and school will be resuming, I think, next week or so. So how would you manage your academics? Because you need to have good grades in school. And then you also need to be a very good football player since you're looking forward to taking football professionally, right?
Yes,
okay, so how would you manage going to school and also playing football?
For you to be a good player, you have to be good academically wise too.
Okay.
But I'm a boarder, so when I go back to school, I don't go to academy because of I'm in boarding school.
You're in the boarding school, yes.
So, and in my school, we only play ball 3 times a week.
Okay.
So I find it very hard. Like even when I come back, because I only play ball 3 times a week, my fitness is very low. So I have to start working back for it again.
Okay. All right. So looking at that now, your fitness drops down, obviously, consistency. But now, based on how you've been playing without being in an academy. Right now I'm playing with Refine Nuggets Football Academy. What has been the change under Coach Unamba Raphael?
Under Coach Raphael, actually I've gained more confidence, more fitness. Like my game IQ is becoming higher every time. Yes.
So your game IQ is becoming higher. Okay, that's actually the most interesting thing about playing under a coach that actually understands the football properly, not just having a bunch of kids around, but also teaching them, the football, the education in football. There's always an education in something. So I'm guessing you're getting that a lot from Coach Raphael. So yesterday now, that you defeated the team you played against 8-1, what contributed or what facilitated how do you prepare yourself to get into the pitch and even getting to score 3 goals?
We just from the training, like coach gives us the tactics and stuff. We warm up, we train and everything. Then we pray, enter the pitch, and do what we have been practicing in training.
Okay, all right. So now, what team, moving forward, you're a fan of Barcelona. Would you want to play for Barcelona?
Yes.
So how are you working towards that and then to be able to achieve that?
I just try my best to work hard, always playing ball. I also go to the gym so that I'll be physically strong. And yes.
Okay, now let me ask you about your parents. Are you getting proper support from your dad and your mom?
Yes, they are trying their best to support me.
Okay.
Yes, my father and mom, they both approve of it.
Okay, it's actually high time that parents start getting giving approvals quickly for individuals, for kids to actually follow their dream and also follow their passion in line with going further to not just be bookworms but also outside the classroom to be able to do activities that would be able to help improve their intellect. So now let's come back home to Nigeria. If you are given the opportunity to play for under 17 and to play for the Super Eagles, would you want to play for Nigeria?
Yes, I would love to play for Nigeria.
Why would you want to play for Nigeria?
Because I would like to win the first World Cup for Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
I want to be a legend in Nigeria.
Wow. And hoping you get to be that legend that you would want to be, and we'll definitely be keeping tabs on you, Umar Farouk, until you get to that point that you are hoping to get on. And thank you so much for joining us on TalkSport today. Yes. So moving on, let's continue this conversation. Let's talk transfers quickly as Osholat arrives Saudi for Al Hilal Medicals. I still have another young athlete who is very who is in the studio who will still have conversations with us. Now let's continue the conversation around Osholat. Super Falcons forward Azizat Osholat has become the subject of an imminent transfer from Bay FC to Saudi Women's League side Al Hilal. This lady has just gone to pack money. According to reports, Oshola arrived to Saudi Arabia on Monday to undergo medical examination ahead of her transfer 1.5 years after joining Bay FC. She was also not part of the Bay FC squad for their 2-1 defeat against Angel FC as at last night. The Athletic added that Al Hilal completed the agreement for Nigerian international striker before the transfer window closed yesterday. So we'll see how all of this will pan out and how Azizat Oshola will be able to maintain momentum and also continue to do the excellent thing that she's doing, making Nigeria proud and also making herself proud. Still talking transfers, moving on, let's talk Uche jets off to Nigeria after completing his Crystal Palace deal. Nigeria forward Christos Uche has sealed a move to the Premier League side with Crystal Palace and will fly to Nigeria immediately for national team duties after completing his medicals in London. Transfer insider Onyebuchi confirmed the development on Monday, revealing that the 22-year-old passed the medical examination to sign a long-term deal at with the EPL side. So Christos Uche just passed his medical. The report says at Crystal Palace, signing of contract is expected soon. 4 years plus 4 years plus deal is what is going to be signed. He can confirm a jet is already booked for Uche to fly to Nigeria immediately for national duties. Oyekala explained that the deal was finalized after Uche initially showed reluctance to move to England at the stage of his career. According to him, Palace boss Oliver Glasser persuaded the striker after a decisive meeting with Getafe presidents who admitted that the Spanish club need to sell him. Outside Christos Uche, we've seen Nigerian Super Eagles captain Trust Ekong leads early birds as Eagles camp opens. Super Eagles captain William Trust Ekong topped the list of 3 early arrivals in Super Eagles camp as Nigeria began preparation for the crucial 2026-20 World Cup qualifying matches against Rwanda and South Africa. Tanzanian-based goalkeeper Amos Obasigi and Olympiacos left back Bruno Onyemeti also arrived at the team's base in Uyo on Monday. The trio arrived ahead of the next month's decisive feature against Rwanda and South Africa, with the remainder of the 23-man squad expected later in the day. That's talking about today. Other players like Christus Uche, Samuel Chukwueze and Tolu Arukodare had delayed arrivals due to their transfer on deadline day. Nigeria will face Rwanda in a must-win clash on Saturday before traveling to battle Bayana in another crucial clash 3 days later. After 6 matches, the Super Eagles are 4th in their qualifying Group C with still 7 points, 6 points behind South Africa, who lead the group with 13 points as well. So we will see how all of this pans out for these individuals as we are waiting for this team to arrive. These individuals will arrive one after the other. There's something about Trust Ekong. He's a team captain. He's a leader. He's a true leader. He always, when I mean always, he always arrives, whether he is a friendly match or is a qualifying match, he always arrives before every other person. So we will see how all of this continues. The likes of Victor Boniface will not be present this time around because of injury worries and the transfer talks still going on between him and Bayer Leverkusen and AC Milan, as we are still awaiting conversations around those angles and see how this individual would be able to represent. So the likes of Alex Iwobi, Kelvin Bassey, Victor Boniface, Ndidi, and the rest of them are all expected to be in camp on or before Friday to know what tactics and how crucial it is for them to qualify for this next matchup. So moving on, we are going to have this quick conversation with another young athlete who football player from the Refined Nuggets football team here in Abuja, who is seated next to me, and in the person of Oche Paul. How are you, Oche?
Fine.
It's good to have you. So why do you love playing football?
I love playing football because it's my favorite hobby.
Okay. And then are you looking forward to play football professionally, and how are you managing school? Because you're on holiday now, so you have a lot of time to play football. So how would you manage playing football and going to school?
I'm playing football and school.
Okay.
By when I play football in school in Refined Nuggets.
Yes.
And I study hard in school.
Yeah, that's very, very good that you get to study very hard in school, which is very, very important for you to study hard and also play football. Well done, and I'm sure that I'm going to see you play football and also, having good grades in school, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's great. So we'll see how all of these young athletes would, perform further as they get themselves ready to, represent Nigeria in grand and big stages. These are actually, young kids. They won the 11 league that was played in Abuja here, and he was one of the participants at that competition. So we'll see how all of this pans out for these individuals, for this young talent. So moving on, complete surprise. This is coming from Erik ten Hag as he breaks silence after Leverkusen sack. Erik ten Hag has admitted he has been left surprised by Bayer Leverkusen's decision to fire him. The Dutchman was relieved, I beg your pardon, of his duties on Monday after taking charge of just 2 Bundesliga fixtures. Ten Hag was only employed by the former German champion on July 1st. In total, Ten Hag was in role for only games, the German Cup win over Moscow XG, where he defeated the team 2-1, and a dramatic 3-3 draw with Wanderer Bremen. So these were the only jobs that he had done for the team Bayern Leverkusen. So this is just very shocking that, out of nowhere, no conversations, no nothing, he just got fired like that. This man, I don't know, since he left, since he left Manchester United, he went on, went back to have sanitization and all of that, but still he still wonders how. I just wonder how all of these things just kept happening. But we'll still find out, investigate more, and get more information on why he actually got fired. So we'll see, and we'll have more conversation and wrap up today's edition of Talk Sports with the head coach of Revive Nuggets Football Club immediately after this break. Stay with us. Yes, so having interesting conversation with young kids who early got approval from their parents to be able to play football and do other sporting activities is very, very interesting, and it's just nice that the world is evolving and platforms are being created with the likes of Coach Raphael Unamba, who has created a proper avenue where kids would learn proper football and also mixing football and their educations, because it's very, very key. And before you even make it to his team, you have to be doing well in class. He needs to see your results and all of that before you even get admitted. So if you feel you have money and you want to pay, I've seen where reasonable amount of monies have been actually pushed away by this said individual, Raphael Unamba, because of the fact that the books are not good, the grades are not good. So he said it doesn't work with kids who, the family, they need to do well in classroom first. If you want to play football, pass your exams, read your books, and then you can come and then get proper tutoring in playing football. So there's a whole lot going on. You see the EPL transfer windows has been shut, and then we'll be looking forward to the one for later in the year. But in other leagues, transfer talks are still ongoing. Gradually, a couple of Nigerian players got new teams. Ademola Lookman and Atlanta are still going on loggerheads, and now Galatasaray reports reaching us just now is that Galatasaray are having Ademola Lookman on their radar. Please, if Atlanta are winning and if Galatasaray are willing to pay the fee, please just pay so that this guy and Victor Osimhen will be on the same team, and this Nigerian draw will be able to make proper win for themselves and also win more trophies. So we'll see how all of that will pan out. And then Kelechi Iheanacho, one of Nigeria's super senior man, have actually been able to his deal has been, cancelled and stuff, and then he is currently out of team. So we'll see how all of that will pan out. My name is Samuel Odi, and this is how we saying goodbye, and I'll be leaving you with the highlight between the game of West Ham and